Good morning, folks. DJ Wonder Chrissy back at it. Let me see if I can find the temperature today. What is the weather here? Oh, let's see. It does not tell me. Microsoft is afraid to tell me. 0 degrees. 0 degrees today, folks. In Chicago, it's Wednesday, January 17th. DJ Wonder Chrissy here. Got a little bit of a cold going on. Cold front is gonna stay here for a couple more days. Let the folks climb into the show here and we'll get started. We got a good show for you today. Good show for you today, folks, as always. Got some good music here. This is Running Out by Patrick Patricio. Good beat for the morning. Got my Born of Osiris shirt on here. Did find the boys this last couple of weeks, and they gave me a new hat. I gotta get my new hat out here sometime soon. It's got the Boo Ghost on the hat. Shout out to the band, shout out to Cameron, the drummer. Get ready for that European, yeah, we're all a peeing tour. All right, I'm gonna bring the music down. Because that's what the DJ does. Oh, so there you go. The only better thing was if I had a cowbell. I need to get myself a cowbell. I love to play along with the music. All right, so let's get the first video prayer to go for you guys here. All right, so this first video kind of gives us a little review of the cold snap, and then we'll talk about JB's got more money to hand out for any suburb that wants to take any migrants. So they're trying to push the migrants out into the suburbs, folks. So that's the game plan. They're not really telling you that, but they just made $17 million available at the state level for any town or city that wants to help them out with their little problem. So let's get this is a good summary here from Fox 30. Let's check that out.
Calling for new measures when it comes to migrants entering Illinois.
This as the number of new arrivals only continues to grow. Casey Cronus joins us live with those details.
Lovely Casey Cronus, kind of awesome voice.
Hi, Anthony and Tia. This situation is only intensifying as Arctic temperatures sweep the area. Local officials are working to keep migrants safe through shelter and warming buses here at the city's landing zone. This comes as some Republican lawmakers say changes need to be made at the state level. This morning, state senators Andrew Chesney, Dave Severson, and state reps Joe Sosnowski and John Cabello announced they are working on a legislative package that aims to reverse the Trust Act, which prohibits law enforcement agencies in Illinois to enforce federal immigration.
So the Trust Act was the very first thing that J.B. Pritzker signed when he was elected several years ago. There was two counties in the state of Illinois, Kankakee and McHenry, which I'm a resident of the McHenry County, who housed illegal immigrants for ICE before they would deport them or whatever they were going to do with them. So Kankakee and McHenry actually challenged that in some type of courts. I don't know how far it went, but it went on for like 6-7 months. It was big money. Our jail here in the county was housing anywhere from 100 to 200 illegal migrants on a monthly basis, and they were getting paid like $100 a day per per inmate, and it was a nice revenue stream. So when JB got into office, he signed this trust act that said it was now illegal to detain anybody that was undocumented, and they can no longer do that. So that's where we sit. Kind of raises the question, now we got all these immigrants coming to Chicago. They start committing crime, there's no way they can put them in jail. So things are starting to move in Springfield as they start another session. I don't know how far they'll go because the Republicans are outnumbered in Springfield, and although this shouldn't be a red or blue decision, but we'll see. Everything has a tendency to be political in Chicago.
Laws. Meanwhile, Mayor Brandon Johnson was set to host a meeting of regional mayors this morning.
Yeah, his meeting got canceled and rescheduled, and later on here, one of the mayors of New Lenox, who just passed an ordinance, says he wasn't going anyway.
At the United Center to strategize about the new arrivals.
United Center, oh my God, he's expecting every mayor from the state to come, it appears. Yeah. See how that goes.
But the meeting was postponed due to the cold, according to Johnson's office. Some suburban mayors, like New Lenox Mayor Tim Balderman, say they weren't.
He may just be able to have that meeting at the local Applebee or something at this point, folks.
Planning on attending anyway.
You cannot say we're a sanctuary state, we're a sanctuary city, and say, but only during warm weather days. I mean, that's it makes no sense whatsoever. This is an absolute failure at our border. And like I told you the other day, you've got this crisis for people that's becoming a national security crisis within our borders. And the federal government and our state government are dropping the ball here.
Just last week, Texas Governor Greg Abbott took to X, formerly Twitter, touting that he's already transported over 100,000 migrants to sanctuary cities. On Sunday, Governor J.B.
So the new number out in Chicago is 33,000 now, folks. News as of yesterday saying we got 33,000 illegals in our town.
Pritzker took out this ad in a Texas newspaper asking Abbott to suspend his operation in the midst of life-threatening temperatures. To date, Chicago has received more.
They did stop. There was no buses the last couple of days. I don't know when they're going to restart, but Governor Abbott did slow down the flow of migrants for some reason.
Than 33,000 migrants from the southern border.
We're
told that as of today, about 200 are awaiting shelter placement. City officials say no buses are expected today. Reporting live from the city's landing zone, Casey Cronus, Fox 32, Chicago.
Thank you.
There you go from the landing zone. Beautiful, good looking, and he's got a good voice. Cronus. Casey Cronus. Wonderful Casey Cronus. All right, so here's the next one. And actually, Casey again, I guess. Wow. Let's get this one queued up. About the funding. So yesterday I saw JB, Chris Christie of the Midwest, came out and said that he's got some money for any mayor stupid enough to help out Brandon. So let's get this one set up, and we'll kick her off. Okay. Here we go. Next clip.
Amid these Arctic temps.
And now Governor Pritzker offering millions of dollars to suburbs that agreed to house new arrivals.
Casey Cronus has the latest from the city's migrant.
This money is your money and my money, as we are state of Illinois taxpayers. I think now he's got, this is 17, and he had 41 before that. I think Elgin got some, and Lake County got some the last round. If you're willing to do a deal with the devil, they'll give you millions.
Landing zone.
The state announced $17 million in additional funding. More than half of that will go specifically to suburbs to support new arrivals living there. But here's the catch. The money cannot be used to transport those migrants to the city. As new arrivals grapple with another day of frigid weather, Governor Pritzker is announcing
Money only goes one way, folks. If they can send the immigrants to you get money. If you're sending them the other way, you got to figure out how to pay for that.
announcing more funding for welcome centers, work permit applications, housing, and health care. Meanwhile, a group of Republican lawmakers is working on a legislative package to slow the arrival of migrants to Illinois.
We want to reverse the Trust Act so that local law enforcement can have conversations with federal authorities.
Just last week, Texas Governor Greg Abbott took to X, touting he's already transported over 100,000 migrants to sanctuary cities. On Sunday, Pritzker took out this ad in a Texas newspaper, asking Abbott to suspend his operation due to the weather.
You cannot say we're a sanctuary state, we're a sanctuary city, and say, but only during warm weather days.
New Lenox Mayor Tim Balderman says the state and federal governments are dropping the ball.
But it's really frustrating as a local official when our federal government and our state government are just ignoring our immigration laws.
Balderman was invited but is not planning to attend the now postponed meeting of the Metropolitan Mayor's Caucus, called by Mayor Brandon Johnson to strategize. Mayor Johnson's office says it was canceled due to the extreme cold. It's unclear when that meeting will be rescheduled. To date, Chicago has welcomed nearly 35,000 migrants from the southern border. Reporting at Polk and Des Plaines, Casey Cronus, Fox 32, Chicago.
Okay, so there we go. That's kind of some overlap there. Even Fox is starting to double post stuff there. So I've got some. Let's see here. Got some other videos. There's a lady by the name of Had a Trust. I saw some videos where. She's an activist in Chicago, in the black community, I believe the Austin neighborhood, and they're not happy with Brandon. There's talks and rumblings that they're trying to get everyone to vote red or Republican in the next election. They're really raising a ruckus. They're even looking at the potential of recalling Brandon, which I think is probably a wasted effort. There's probably no way they can do. But they're talking about doing all sorts of nasty stuff to Brandon. They hate Brandon, and they're really sorry that they voted for him. She admits that she voted for him, and got some pointed words for Brandon. And boy, she gets worked up. So let's listen to her talk a little bit.
Point two, to say that the Republican Party is not faultless in that. But daggone it, better the devil I know. See, I know how they feel about me. You understand? I know that they ain't really going to rock with me the way that I would want them to rock with me. But what I can respect is the fact that you're going to tell me that. But you're not going to smile in my face and tell me that I'm down for you. But then everything that you're showing me is something different. And see, black people seem to forget that the crime bill, the war on drugs, welfare reform, all of those things that tore down our black families happened under the Democratic Party. We forget about that, which is why I did not support Hillary Clinton. Because my thing is this.
You shouldn't forget about that, and if you did, it's your problem. And yeah, Chicago's been under Democratic rule for 94 years, and you guys haven't decided to try anything different. So who's to blame for that? But anyway, let's let her talk some more.
That was your husband, but you didn't stand up and say, hey man, listen, we can't do this to these people. We can't have that. You didn't say anything. If anything, you probably doubled down on it. And so, see, we have to think about those kinds of things. And when you think about that, and when you think about the fact that Clinton ran on being tough on crime and what tough on crime meant to our people. See, when you think about those kinds of things, it's not so hard to say, you know what, I'm not doing this anymore. And the straw that broke the camel's back for me was when we showed up at City Hall in the hundreds, and City Hall has never had that many black people show up at city council meetings in the history of this city. And when we all show up and we're saying to you, we want you to vote against the sanctuary city status, when we're saying to you, this is not okay with us, and you basically thumb your nose up at us, oh no. And then one more point to that. I came home, and before I really started coming out against Brandon and the Democratic Party, I called Brandon Johnson's office. I had a cell phone. It used to take him a couple of weeks to get back to me, but at some point he would call me back or send me a text. I called Brandon. I called Congressman Davis. I called my state representative. I called my state senator. I called my state congressman. And when I tell you, and these are people that I know, people that I've supported, people that I've gotten out and campaigned for, so they know.
So there you go. There's Tata. Hate to meet that lady in the dark alley late at night when she was pissed off at me. So that's what Brandon's up against now. He's got to deal with her, and she's raising a ruckus and getting minorities of the south side and west side of Chicago focused on doing some different things, or doing things a little bit differently, which is what they should be doing, which they should be thinking about, because it's not your normal Democratic Party anymore, and the progressives have taken over, folks. They've done it in Washington, they've done it in Chicago. The progressives have taken things so far left that, you know, the other people just can't deal with it. So, got one more video of her. Boy, she gets real agitated, but she brings up some good comments. Let's listen to another video of her. This is Anna Trust.
Point two, to say that the Republican Party is not faultless in that, but daggone it, better the devil I know. See, I know how they feel about me. You understand? I know that they ain't really gonna rock with me the way that I would want them to rock with me. But what I can respect is the fact that you're gonna tell me that, but you're not going to smile in my face and tell me that I'm down for you, but that everything that you're showing me is something different. And see, black people seem to forget that the crime bill, the war on drugs, welfare reform, all of those things that tore down our black families have.
Oh, let me got another video there. That was the wrong one.
What? I realized that we were a sanctuary city. We might need to rethink this. Now we're overwhelmed. You're going to the government begging for money to take care of migrants. Actually, the sanctuary city status does not really require us to take care of these people. All it does is mean that we won't report you to ICE. So now we're taking on the baggage of having to take care of and support them. That's not what it's about. And then you here in the black community where you still have people who are suffering, we still have 61,000 people who were homeless before the migrants got here, and we're not dealing with them, and we didn't make these people who came from somewhere else a priority over them, and you okay with that? Let me tell you something. I was sitting in a meeting Thursday night with representatives from Chicago Public Schools who told us that we got a $391 million deficit. Can you imagine what we could have done with the money that we spent on the migrants already to support our schools? And you think we don't have, listen. Nah, I ain't gonna be able to do it. And I'm not gonna be able to stand by and let my people continue to support a party that will not support its people.
No, you just said.
So there you go, Canada Trust, Brandon Dunn. Got the hornet's nest going there. The sister, let me say that again. The sister is mad. She's mad at Brandon, and he's got to fight for his life, I guess. We'll see what happens. But Brandon's taking it from all angles. He's taking it from Texas. He's taking it from the black community. I don't think there's anybody that doesn't hate Brandon and what he's doing to the city of Chicago. As I told you, I'm just totally blown away about the 99.9% of the comments that I get on this channel. It's all saying that send them back, deport these people, stop them from coming, close the border. You people got your head on straight. You people are awake. We need to wake more people up. I am DJ Wonder Chrissy. This is Migrant Mayhem. Thank you for watching. I think we're done for today. Thank you for watching. Check out Susie Q's Slots channel. We just released some videos there. Also, like, share, subscribe, comment down below if you think your mayor is going to want some of these migrants coming to your town. And if they do, what you want to say to them. So there you go, DJ Wonder Chrissy, over and out. And as always, God bless Donald Trump.